This package just came in.
Get everybody out of here.
Jigsaw?
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw Killer was dead.
He is.
Find him. They're hours, not days.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can trust!
You can't do this alone.
Whoever did this has another motive. Something personal.
When was the last time you saw your father?
Jigsaw copycat. It's gonna go sideways fast.
Rick Hong here for Hollywood First Look. Today, I'm with Darren Lynn Bousman, and we are talking his movie, Spiral. So Darren, I gotta tell you, I love this franchise. I always love seeing your name in the credits, and I love this reboot. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's great to be back.
All right, so as a director, coming back to this franchise, is it like riding a bike? You know, it's like one of those things, where once you learn, you don't forget.
No, I'll tell you, there was more fear, more paranoia, more apprehension coming back into Spiral than there ever has in any movie, let alone Saw 2, 3, and 4, because I think the stakes were much higher this time around for me. Working with these A-list actors to not disappointing the fan base that has grown exponentially since I left in Saw 4.
So then, does that mean that the days where you have the traps, are those the harder days or are they the fun days?
Those are the easiest days, I'll tell you the truth, because when you're shooting blood or violence or any of those kind of, with the staples of the Saw, they're fun. And I think I don't want to say they shoot themselves, but they are so unique looking, the production design, the prosthetics, you can't go wrong. I tell you what's hard is the dialogue scenes. It's the scenes of two people talking in a room. To make those interesting and appeal to a Saw fan base, those to me are harder to me than actually shooting the traps. The traps, you do some 360s, you jiggle the lens, you edit them together really quickly. And those are always, I think, less complicated to me than some of just the dialogue scenes.
Play me.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
This is the reboot. This is kind of like the continuation of Saw. Jigsaw is gone. It's that we know of so far. So how was it kind of finding that new voice for the character?
That was really Chris Rock's fingerprints all over this as it relates to giving the film a little levity, giving the film a different feel. And I think that when Chris and I first started talking, we talked about two films. We said we wanted it to feel like 7 meets 48 hours. And I remember 48 Hours when I was a kid as a comedy. I thought it was funny. But then I rewatched it. Chris was like, no, go rewatch the movie. And I rewatched it. And I was kind of struck by it wasn't a comedy. It was a vicious, violent, intense police drama that had Eddie Murphy telling some jokes. And then I got it. I was like, this is awesome. So we keep the idea of this noirish crime buddy cop thing and interject a little bit of levity in there. And that's what this is.
Yeah, I did notice from the past franchise, that there was a little bit more humor. And I think it's because, you have Chris Rock and you have Samuel L. Jackson. So how was it working with the two? And was there a little improv in the scripts, or was it, did they actually just go off of what was on the page?
Yes and no, but both. Chris Rock had a hand in doing some rewrites on the script. So a lot of the classic Chris Rockisms you'll see in there, whether it be the Forrest Gump stuff or other things, those were scripted out. But Chris would definitely find motivation on set and throw in some lines in there. And that was great. I have so many hilarious takes that were unused of things he did. Samuel L. Jackson, he's bigger than life. I mean, I wish I could explain to people what it's like to work with him, because when he walks on set, he is every character that I grew up watching. He walks in and I'm like, oh my God, there's Jules from Pulp Fiction. And like, he's big and he's intimidating and he's a badass. He's just a badass. It was such a unique, amazing experience.
So okay, so when they give you the script, and I don't know if they tip you off beforehand, but when you're reading the script, like, do you know who the mastermind is, or do you find out as you're reading it?
I found out when I was reading it the first time. They didn't tell me anything about it. In fact, it didn't even say Saw on the script. When I got it, it just said organ donor. And so it wasn't until about page 17 or 18 that I realized it was a Saw movie. And so no, the first time I read it, I did not know. And a lot of crew members don't even get the end of the script. I think when we were filming, you had to be in that scene to get that. If you die on page 10, you only get 10 pages of the script. You only get as far as your character goes in it.
That's amazing. And then finally, okay, so people are able to see this in the theaters like they're supposed to. So how does that feel for you as a director, knowing like, hey, audiences and fans are able to go back to the theater now?
I mean, for me, listen, this movie was held for a year, and I think that we all just went through this insane, undefinable time of just isolation. And now here, the theaters are opening back up, and you can have this communal experience. And I was able to go into a theater a few weeks ago and watch a film in there for the first time, and it was such a cathartic experience, because you're sitting back, and there's a huge screen in front of you, and the smell of popcorn, and nothing is like that communal experience. And I think that Saw is the perfect movie to return to cinemas for. It's big, it's loud, it's bombastic, it's fun. And I'm just so excited that we can help usher back people to the cinema. So if you have the ability to, go see it in IMAX. It is a spectacle for sure.
The movie is Spiral. You can catch it in theaters now. Until next time, I'm Rick Hong, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look.
All available units, officer down.
That was just a diversion to get us out of the precinct. I need everyone on this case. He could be anywhere. He could be anyone. We're gonna tear this city apart. I'm gonna let him spin like a spiral.
Hello, Detective Banks. When was the last time you saw your father